Alright, so as you can see, we got the 86 Dodge Ram. It's a California truck, but up in here you can see I've removed a portion of the drip rail. I thought I was going to be able to just replace the drip rail to take the spot welds out and replace just the drip rail. However, that's not going to work. I know on the internet a lot of people are like literally cutting the cabs off at the A-pillars and going to the back and cutting it off. I just didn't feel like that was the move I wanted to make. I was really unsure, other than the spot welds, which I got a spot weld tool to remove these. And I pulled the upper skin off, you can see over there. It's just got surface rust on it. The actual underside of it is in really nice shape. It's got this here, like this here, the surface rust. This is all solid. And on the back, you see where they had spot welded it. I didn't see anything online like showing you how to pull this off. I went on a lot of sites looking to see if there was a skin that you could buy for this. Well, you can't. I didn't find anything on there. So they have this skin in the back spot welded. And then there's seam sealer all along here. I just gouged the seam sealer out and went in with a screwdriver just to raise it up enough where I could cut these spot welds, which it turned out pretty good. And then I'm going to, once I get this all cleaned up and get this all prepped, I'm probably going to put some kind of rust saver on there or some POR 15. When I'm all done, I'm going to get some body panel adhesive, really strong adhesive, and I'm going to put it on here. And then when I'm done, I'm going to get in here with the MIG welder and spot weld this along and stitch weld it. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put my seam sealer in there. You won't see it. And then of course here on the drip rails, I'm going to clean all this up. This is just surface rust on the sides. It's really in good shape yet. I'm going to go ahead and re-spot weld this, which will hold it very secure. Now, this piece on the top, this piece here looks like it comes out with these spot rivets. So I'm going to pull this whole piece out and actually remake this. I have a little blacksmith shop, so fabricating tin isn't too hard for me to do. But I'm going to remake this piece. It spot welds off the front here too. So I'm going to cut them all out. But as you see underneath, the roof is really, really in nice shape. It's just surface rust up on top here. So once I get this panel fixed and get it put back in, I can go ahead and prep the skin. I'm going to get that painted on the inside. From the factory, it looks like they don't even paint this. So I'm going to clean this up. We're going to get it right. I just thought I would post this video so if you had a first gen, a lot of people just put a bunch of caulk up in there and they really don't fix the problem. And I'm actually restoring the truck. It's, like I said, it's from California. And you see the floors are solid. That was just where I had sanded a little bit there and I put a little etching primer on it. I've got the firewall all painted with some good Rust-Oleum after I scuffed it down. I got the front all painted after I scuffed it down. And I've got all the hardware like the emergency cable holder and then all the clutch and the brake assemblies, the power booster box. I had surface rust on it. I cleaned that all up. The battery base, I got that all cleaned up, and we got some good Rust-Oleum on it. But as you see, not a lot of people post any kind of repairs for this upper roof portion. And I just thought if anybody had a Dodge and you're wondering how I got this off. I mean, it may not even be the right way to do it, but it's the way I took it off. I cut the spot welds and cut this in the back, so it's just still solid all back here. And you can see there's really no rust even back here. But this here, I'm going to prep it all and get it all cleaned up. I'm going to use some muriatic acid and some vinegar water. We'll get this all cleaned up and some steel wool. But this piece here, I'm going to actually rebuild this. I'm going to rebuild this and put the drip rail. The drip rail, I actually have that piece. It's in the back down there on the floor. I just set it back there. I'm going to put all this back together, but this all has to be replaced. So if you have any questions on it, you go ahead and shout out. But that's the first gen I will post some pictures of the repairs as I do them. But you can see she's clean. She's really, really clean. The rest of the window area is super, super clean. What I found to get this old glue off here is I use camp stove fuel. I used everything else, mineral spirits, nothing would touch it. But camp fuel, stove fuel, it pulled it right off.